This is costing my studio absolute thousands, and probably yours too, and you don't even realise it. If you've got people cancelling and rearranging on the actual day of their session, even though they've paid a deposit, and they're still booking back in with you in 2 or 3 days' time, maybe in a week's time or something like that, it's not a simple case of you've just rearranged the calendar, they're still booked in, they're still coming in. It's costing thousands. Now, it's a very simple, easy fix, and this will be a nice quick video today. The main thing is you need to understand that your deposit is not about taking £25 off your client. It's not about keeping that. It's about the leverage it gives you to make sure the client turns up today. So first of all, what is the cost of somebody not coming in today? Okay, if you've got, say, 3 or 4 sessions booked in, and you know your studio average is worth £700, then today you've got £2,800 worth of clients booked in today, not the £25 for each one. For us in our studio, when we take a £25 deposit, it has 2 different effects straight away for us. First of all, I know that you guys take deposits, and I know that you understand that you need to do it because it means that people will turn up. I've got no doubt that you understand that. The next thing that you need to realize is it's a pre-qualifier. There are 2 different types of people out there that will see our adverts and that will reply to them and apply for whatever offer we've got on. Okay, you'll have those who are the freebie seekers. They will see an advert for something for free and go, boom, I want that, with zero intention of spending any money with us. Then you've got the others who want to spend money, but how do we get more of the people who want to spend money and get rid of the freebie seekers? And that comes with a deposit. That pre-qualifier, what that will do is if you get a client who's willing to give you money up front as a deposit, they are putting their hand in their pocket and going, I'm ready to spend. And they're the clients that we want in. Now, it's not 100%. You're still going to get some freebie seekers coming through the door. There's nothing you can do. Even if you try a bigger deposit, you're still going to see some freebie seekers come through the door. But it massively reduces them. So that's the first thing. So we always take a deposit, 1, to make sure the session doesn't go to waste, but 2, to make sure we get a higher average, a more committed client coming through the door. Okay, so that's why we take that deposit. Now, the deposit is very small. It's £25. If it's newborn, it's £45. Now, I can't run my studio just on deposits, okay? Otherwise, I'd need absolutely thousands of customers every single month. So the deposit is no kind of interest to me whatsoever, okay? It's nice that we take a deposit and stuff and it helps with the sale further down the line. But for me, I mentally don't count the deposits whatsoever. It's people through the door. Now, I'm going to use the aeroplane analogy. If you've got an airplane that's about to take off and it's got 5 empty seats, well, them seats stay empty. Even when the plane's taken off and it's flying through the air, the value of those seats is 0. There's no way of, filling those seats after that plane takes off. And so that's why you find that a lot of airlines will do a crazy offer on flights the day before, flight's about to go. You can get a flight for £5 or less sometimes because the airline sees it as, right, we're not going to fill that seat. We might as well get £5 for it rather than nothing. Either way, the flight's still got to go. So it's the same with your calendar. And what I mean by this, if you're not understanding it, is today we have so many sessions booked in. When we get to the end of the day, if we had 4 people booked in, but 2 of them don't come, those 2 slots have disappeared. And there's only so many slots in your calendar per month. So if that keeps happening, you lose 2 slots every single day. Over the course of a month, let's say we're open 5 days a week. That's going to end up being, say 22 days within a month. That's going to be 44 slots that are wasted if 2 people every day don't turn up. And they just keep pushing back and pushing back and pushing back. So it's really important that the deposit is used properly and mentioned at the right times to make sure the client turns up today. Now, I do see sometimes with my team where they'll speak to a client who can't turn up today and they forget to mention the deposit. Now, what that indicates to me is that the team are very good at booking people in. They do a lot of hard work to convince the client that this is the studio for them. And then they talk to them about the deposit and they pay the deposit, which means that, they're very good at selling the sessions so well that the clients are prepared to go, yeah, I want to come, here's some money. So that's really good indicator. But what it shows me is when one of my team forget to mention the deposit on the phone, they don't understand the leverage the deposit has. I think at this point, thinking the deposit just makes sure that a client stays in touch with us and books in and we get the higher spends, but then that's it. And that is not the case whatsoever. So when a client phones up, first thing, you've got to let them know if you can't turn up today, you do lose your deposit, okay? First of all, we let them know that because if we don't tell them now on the phone, you've got to deal with a complaint further down the line, okay? And that has then other repercussions. So we do not want the complaint. So if you're scared at the moment, talking to one of your clients going, I'm not going to bring up the deposit. Somebody else can do that when they're on the phone or when they speak to them in the shoot. I don't want to do that at all. You're creating a problem for yourself further down the line. You need to deal with it there and then. Your clients will respect you for it. Again, let's use holiday analogies. If I book a holiday right now and I've got to pay £1,000 deposit for this holiday, if it gets to the point of where the plane's taken off and we haven't been able to afford it or something's happened and we've had to cancel the holiday, we lose our deposit, no questions asked. I do not get that deposit back whatsoever. So people out there are used to deposits. So if you're scared of telling somebody you're going to lose your deposit, you've got to get past that. It's part of the road and you need to let them know you're going to lose your deposit. You've got to tell them there and then when they're trying to rearrange with you. Now, why is it important that you do it there and then? One, gets rid of the complaint. Two, still gives you that leverage to get them in today. Because now we can put a positive spin on it and we can throw in the lines, listen, you're going to lose your deposit and I don't want you to. Is there any way you can still make it today? Maybe we can bring you in a bit earlier. Maybe we can push your session back a little bit later in the day. Let's work together and make sure you don't lose that deposit. So now I'm letting them know you're going to lose your deposit. So for your client, they don't want to lose money. So there's more chance they're still going to turn up today. And then it sounds like you're trying to help them. Is there any way you can still come in? Let's move it around. Let's bring it forward a bit so you don't lose your deposit. All of a sudden, you're the good guy again. So the deposit has massive leverage. More importantly, you want people to turn up today. Because if, say, it's a newborn, it's a 3-hour session, and they can't make it, 9 times out of 10, it's because they're tired. It's one of the biggest reasons we have a £45 deposit on it. We want a nice big deposit because mums and dads, especially with newborn babies, are going to be extremely tired. They're not going to want to turn up today. They will have every intention of turning up on whatever day they're booked in with you, but it will be a rough night last night because they're still not yet used to the sleeping patterns. But when they turn up, you know how newborns work. It's a lovely experience for them. They get to relax. Baby's crying, it's okay because the photographer does the soothing. Baby needs changing, the photographer does it. The parents for the first time get to relax whilst baby's there. So it's a nice experience. But when you're tired, you don't want to go anywhere. And so that's why the deposit is there and why we use it to make sure that they do turn up on that day. So it's really important that you understand this. When somebody phones up and they are past, for us, our deadline is 3 o'clock the day before that they need to let us know. After 3 o'clock, you lose your deposit. So when a client phones up this morning to say, I can't make today's session, you need to there and then let them know, oh guys, before you go on to anything else, just, oh guys, is there no way you can still make it? I don't want you to lose your deposit. What about if we bring it forward a little bit? Can you make it then? I just don't want you to lose this deposit. Just by doing that, it will get the client to still turn up, okay? And it might sound like, oh, well, it's just a line. It genuinely works because we've seen it for years work. So you definitely need to be letting them know on the phone. And the main thing is, when a client doesn't turn up today, you've not just lost a shoot, you've lost whatever your studio average is. So every time a client doesn't turn up today, that's £700 that's been lost. Because when they book in further down the line, they're taking up a space from somebody else who might have been able to book in then. And you will get some clients who can only make it for a family shoot on that one day. It's the only day dad's off work, so we need to do it then. Or it's the baby's birthday, so I'm looking to do it on this day. And it might be a case of you got to say, I can't because we're already booked. And I'm sure you've seen it, especially with newborns where you can only do so many a day, where somebody's phoned up and you're like, I can't get you in because we're fully booked on that day. And I bet if you look at it, you've probably got people who were booked in, but rearranged to that day. So it's killing the calendar and it's costing thousands. Definitely something worth rewatching this if you're struggling with deposits, if you're struggling with people cancelling, rearranging on the day. There's other things that you can do is to give your clients phone calls the day before as well. Get them fired up for their photo shoots or their designs. That can really help. But you've got to be careful with that as well. So what I find that works best is speak to your clients in the late afternoon. For you, you want them to turn up. If you give them a call before 3 o'clock, chances are they're going to go, oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, can we push it back another week? And you don't want that. And let's be honest, you're not here for all of your clients and for you to, work for free. You're here to make money, and you're setting your calendar up and booking people in the way it works best for your business. And so phoning them after 3 o'clock isn't underhand. It isn't awful. If you're not already phoning clients, it's an extra service that you're giving them to get them all fired up and run through some photography ideas. But do it in your favor. Phone them after 3 o'clock. So if they say we can't make it, oh guys, you will lose your deposit. There's no way you can still make it. Now, one other thing that we do in our studio, we will tell a client that, right, if let's say they can't make it today for whatever reason, they just genuinely can't make it, but they're going to come the day after or the day after that. We will say the deposit is lost, but I will let you use it as credit in your design room so you can use it towards your, the purchase of your pictures. Now, the reason we do that is we still want to be on a good footing with them, but I still need that pull from them to still turn up. Now, if they rearrange again, they've lost their deposit, they need to pay a new one to book back in with us. And it's important that you get that deposit, because if they rearrange today and we say you get to use your deposit as credit for your photos, then now they can't get it back, but they can spend it. If they do it a second time and I say, right, well, you've no longer got that deposit and it's not going to be used towards your photos, what's the reason for them to turn up if they don't pay another deposit? Because now they're not losing credit, they're not losing deposit. If they don't turn up a third time, well, we didn't lose anything anyway. So you need to take that deposit. So for us in our studio, and you do whatever's best for you, it is, if they don't turn up today or it's after 3 o'clock, they lose their deposit, but you can use it as credit. If they do it a second time, I need another deposit to book you back in. Now you may think, oh, but then they won't pay it and they won't book in. Well, are they just going to waste another session where somebody else could have booked in? For us, if it's a newborn session and they do it twice, they've already wasted a full days of photography with one of our photographers. And that has a cost. So why would I book them in for another half day without a deposit? If they're definitely going to turn up, they shouldn't have an issue paying a deposit. If they think they might not turn up whatsoever, that's where then they don't want to pay a deposit because I'm not going to get it back, in which case they're already letting you know they're going to waste your time and not turn up. Okay, I hope this helps and I hope that makes it understandable. If I haven't explained it well, please put it in the comments because I will redo this video. It's an important one. The deposits really change everything. I hope everybody has a good day today and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye.